Adam Dukes here. Welcome to Dad-Prenuer, episode number 17, rounding out the third week of the show. Dad-Prenuer, being a dad, being an entrepreneur. I've realized the first 16 episodes was all about business, was all about being an entrepreneur, and kind of forgot about the whole dad part of it, kind of a key part of it. So I was on the phone with a buddy yesterday, and we started talking. Him and his wife just had their second child. I think he said 5 weeks ago, so very, very new. And we were just kind of sharing some war stories about having a baby, having multiple babies, I should say. And we were just kind of joking around, and I was telling him that. Giving him some advice, I was saying, it's really funny, because we have a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. And I said with the 3-year-old, when she was first born, I never had a baby before. It's my first time. I remember laying her down in the crib, when she was 2, 3, 4 months old, and looking at her, her chest. Is she breathing too fast? Is that too fast? Is that too slow? Phone, WebMD, freaking out, Google, is her stomach's moving too fast, or is it too slow? Is she breathing? I would freak out, constantly check on her, when she was sleeping in her crib, every 15 minutes. I haven't heard anything. Is she okay? Did she roll on her stomach? Is she face down in the pillow? All these horror things, and always freaking out. And then you have your second baby, and it's so much different. It's like, oh, you playing with knives? Oh, that's cool. I'll see you later. It's just so much different, You want to play in the street? Yeah, go ahead. Go play in the street, And I was joking around with my buddy yesterday, and he's dying laughing. And I think he could kind of see that. And again, his second child's only 5 weeks, so it's new. But that's kind of how it is. You get super, super lenient. The first one, you're I guess you could say overprotective, freaking out about any little thing. At least that's how I was. The second one was so much more laid back. Hey, this happens, this is supposed to happen, nothing's going wrong, so just kind of funny. I wanted to share that kind of little story with you. When you have your second child or third, I'm sure the more you have, the less, or the more lenient you get, the more overprotective or whatever you want to call it. So just kind of a little funny story. When you have your second child, things really change. And it was funny that my buddy was saying, I thought it was going to be 2x harder, 2 times as hard, having the second one. He's like, I didn't know it was 10x having a second one. Kind of overwhelmed with how much more difficult it is having a second one. And once when they're first born, it's a little bit easier. And I told him, hey, they're the first 6 months, 9 months, they don't do much. They lay down. Our 1-year-old's now, he's walking, getting into all kinds of shit, and I was joking with my buddy. I was like, I don't even know why we have cupboards. I don't know why we even have pots and pans anymore. I don't want to know why we buy them toys. They never play with their toys. Their toys are nice and neat in the corner. Pots and pans, the colander, the wood spoons, all over the house. I put the pots and pans away probably 7 times a day. And some days I just give up and say, what's the point? What is the point of putting these things away? Because they're going to get them out in 3.7 seconds. So that's the little tip on being a father to a second child and how things kind of change and all that. So Dad-Prenuer TV, if you know a dad, how about you tag a dad down below and share this message with them? Thank you.